Hi guys, welcome to another review, and today I'm going to be showing you my Hot Wheels Elite Batman Arkham Knight Batmobile from the game. And yeah, here we have the car, but before I give you a look at that, as per usual, I'm just going to give you a quick look at the box. It's your standard Hot Wheels package, except this one doesn't have a window. I don't think any of their Elites actually have windows, do they? Actually, their 66 one had a window, and I'm pretty sure their DeLorean one has a window. Actually, no, that one doesn't have a window, to my knowledge anyway. I might be wrong, but I don't think that has a window. But back to this, yeah, here we have the Batmobile. It says 1/18th scale, Hot Wheels Elite, Arkham Knight, what the car is, and this looks terrible, this picture of it does. Like, all of it just looks like the same solid black. You can't distinguish the shinier sections, and the worst thing is the tires. They look terrible on this photo. I'm really glad that the actual model doesn't look like that. On the side, you've just got Hot Wheels Elite, various stuff about it being for adult collectors and whatnot. Hot Wheels Elite, and I'll just show you the side first. It shows off some of the details and stuff along the bottom, and it gives you a read up. Now, I don't normally do read ups, but I like the fact that this actually mentions what it says. As most Hot Wheels products, they just don't have anything, but I like the fact that they actually did put something on this. There's just one sentence I want to highlight. This splendid Hot Wheels Elite recreation has a cockpit hatch that opens and closes to reveal the exquisitely detailed interior. I'm surprised I managed to get that out, but exquisitely detailed interior. On the bottom you've got copyright stuff. On the top, Hot Wheels Elites. If you're wondering why I read that last sentence out, you will find out. Bear with me a minute, man. And if you're wondering what that fart-like sound was, that was my thumb rubbing against the top of the package. Just to prove it, I'll try and recreate it. There you go. Cannot fart on command, and I did not fart. But yeah, here we have the model. Start from the front as per usual. This is really cool, as it looks like they went to a lot of effort here. As you can see, the front section is permanently open, which it wasn't in the game, but they have good reason, as they've sculpted in an actual grappling hook. It's a little fragile, so I'd be very careful whilst dusting around it. I always forget to dust a few sections of stuff before I show it off. But yeah. Down there you've got the bat, which they have in the game. It's got a bit of dust on it, but just ignore it for now. So that's really cool. The grapple is exposed once again and looks nice. I'm glad that they included it. Along here you've actually got like clear plastic for the headlights. There, here and there. And as you can see here, you can tell that the blacks are actually distinguishable, unlike the promotional art on the front of the box. Thankfully, it doesn't look like that in person. But yeah, I might just pick it up for this section actually. What's really nice here is, first of all, this is metal. Looks really nice. All the shiny bits is just plastic on top. And you've got actual like panel detailing and stuff along here and there, which looks awesome. Front with the exposed tires. This is plastic along the side here. Pretty much the whole of the sides are plastic, but the middle is metal, so that's cool. That looks really cool, as you get the Bat logo there, as well as some gold, kind of reminiscent of the tumbler, except this doesn't go overkill with the amount of gold. It's got really nice like details along here as well, like along the inside of the wheels there, which looks awesome. That just looks really nice, and I really like the tread, and these all roll freely, as you can see there. So technically there's 8 tires. Got a bit of dust in there as well. I really do try and dust these before I show them to you, if you're wondering. Here you got the opening hatch, which I will show in just a few moments. Got some more shiny black along there. You've got like almost Kevlar feel up here, which looks really nice. And over here, this isn't actually, this is where the cannon would come out in the game, which, oh, that stupid tank battle thing. But yeah, here they've exposed where some missiles would fire out. If you were in a car chase with someone, like just any random thug in the game, you could lock onto their car if you followed it long enough, and then you'd fire a missile out from here just to knock the car off course. And they've left all these exposed and painted them gold. It looks really nice. I'm glad that they didn't just go for the flat look and they actually added something to it. It looks really nice. So I'm glad they did that. You've got a lovely fin here, goes all the way to the back and is made of metal, which irritates me because these back sections, plastic, and they feel very brittle. So I'd recommend you be careful here. Same thing here, plastic and extremely brittle. Along the side here you can see where it would separate and become like a spider almost. Got some gold in there which looks very nice. More of that Kevlar look here. It looks like it was scraped all the way along here, so that's a shame, but it's something I can live with. It is a shame though. I've got more of that like kind of Kevlar look there. Here you've got some like grills which have gold, which look really cool. I'd really liked if I just zoom out a tad, there we go. I'd really like if this section actually opened up, as this is where he'd put people you capture in the game, or you know, you can put an ally in there. I think, yeah, this is where Poison Ivy sits, so that's cool, as there's only one seat up front. And then in here you've got silver. No, hang on, bear with me. It's either silver or just very dusty, as my little feather duster can't get all the way in there. No, I think that's actual silver, so that's cool. In there, like representing engine workings and whatnot, some more gold here. I really like how defined all the blacks are. You've got matte, gloss, gloss, and it just looks awesome. The booster looks very nice here, as you can see. And turning the car upside down, you are actually able to flip the car in the game, and it does look pretty much like this. They didn't do anything on the bottom, so yeah, that looks nice. However, here you do get more like kind of detail for what where the thruster is, and yeah, it looks cool. You've got like lines and stuff. Along here you can see the bat, so that's cool. The whole of the bottom is plastic. Got some more of that glossy there, and yeah, it looks really nice. However, this gloss does pick up fingerprints. I'm going to have to dust and polish this afterwards. Looking forward to that. And yeah, it's really nice. And what I also like is, let's put that at the back, it's actually raised quite a bit from the ground. As you can see, I can get my fingers underneath there, you know, no problem. And yeah, that's really cool. It doesn't open up like it does in the game, so this section would come out there. It'd basically be like an X with this section in the middle. If you wanted to do that, then you're probably going to have to go for that Mattel one, which is meant for the 3 3/4 inch figure. But yeah, I'm happy with this model. It's a much nicer looking model, and yeah, I didn't really like that whole tank feature, so I'm perfectly happy to forego it with the model. You see there, it looks really nice. It was such a beautifully designed Batmobile. I really like the fact that you could control it with a remote, but you know, you had to be within range of the Batmobile. You could call it to wherever you are in the game. Typically what I'd do is, if my location, well, my destination I should say, was under 1,000 meters, I'd just glide and grapple. With the grapnel boost you could get in that game, you could fly. Literally, it was like you were flying, the insane amount of air you could get. Yeah, I'd glide if it was under 1,000 meters. If it was more than 1,000 meters, then I would take the Batmobile. But I really like that remote control feature, especially, spoiler alert, in the beginning of the game when you, well, pretty close to the beginning, when you're trapped in the Ace Chemicals and Arkham Knight's in front of you, and I didn't need a prompt or anything for the game to tell me to do it, but I was looking around, I thought, what would Batman do? And I saw the Batmobile in the back, and I thought, oh, this is just going to be awesome. And I used the remote control feature, and I shot them with the non-lethal rubber bullets. So that was really cool. And yeah, a little talk about the game over. The cockpit. First of all, I don't like how dark these windows are. As you can see, Batman whilst he's driving this, so this is just far too dark. This is metal though, surprisingly. I'd have thought this would have been plastic. You can lift it up, as you can see. It's not really to scale with other Batmobiles when you consider how small this cockpit is, I think. Got a little bit of paint chipping off somewhere. Where is it? Oh, just there. But you can't tell as it's covered when you close it. Okay, let's look at the exquisitely detailed cockpit. Now, all I see is a... Sorry about that, my recording stopped. But I was just about to talk about the exquisiteness of this cockpit. Now, when I look in here, I'm just going to zoom in. All I see is a crappy shaped steering wheel, which is painted in grey, like along the top, and the front section is black, which is inaccurate as his steering wheel was actually in the shape of a bat in the game. A seat which has like a nice kind of like headrest area thing, which moves around. As you can see, it's not exactly locked into place or anything. There's a divider here for his legs, and yeah, that's it. No controls along the side here, there or there. And they call this exquisitely detailed. This is also kind of loose as well, this cockpit. But yeah. An elite model, and they claim that that's exquisitely detailed. Exquisitely detailed, my arse. That is piss poor. I'm not very happy with that. If they would have left that last sentence off of the box, then I wouldn't have been as bothered. But it's the fact that they tried to promote it. It says on the back of the box, this splendid Hot Wheels Elite recreation has a cockpit hatch that opens and closes to reveal the exquisitely detailed interior. That is such a tease. I mean, if they didn't have that sentence on the back, it still would have been a shame that it wasn't very well detailed on the inside, considering it's an elite model, but I wouldn't have been as pissed off as I am, considering they tried to promote it as like one of its features or details. That is a damn shame, as it is terrible. Speaking of which, this is like upwards of 150 on the internet, as it's a elite model. I look at it and it just seems like if they were to do a heritage and an elite, this would have been the heritage, as the back doesn't open, it doesn't do much. All it does is that. And yeah, it's a shame, as I was expecting quite a lot. There weren't that many reviews out on YouTube at the time I bought it. There was one, but it was in Spanish, if I remember correctly. So, you know, I watched it and I was just looking at the details. I couldn't understand the language, of course. So, but, you know, I still watched it just to get a look at what the car's like. I'm quite disappointed in that cockpit. It really takes away from the model, mainly because they promoted it. If they had not had that sentence on there, I would have had I'd have liked this model a lot more. But considering it's upwards of 150 on the internet, I managed to get this for £85 around about the time Batman v Superman came out. So a year ago? Was it a year? It doesn't seem that long ago, but yeah. £85, I still think it's a little pricey, but it's an elite. So yeah, if you're paying more than 120 because it is a elite, I can't be asked to keep on bringing my fingers into the shop, I'd say you're paying a bit too much, unless you're a huge Arkham fan like I am. yeah, it's such a shame because I really like the model. I just hate the cockpit. And as per usual, I just want to do a roll test, as it's just what I do when I'm reviewing cars. It rolls not the best. As you can see, it's mainly because all of the tyres move freely. So. Sorry for the pause, guys. I typically like to do these videos in like 1 or 2 takes and not like stretch it out with loads of cuts. But yeah, I thought I heard someone at the door. I was wrong. I was talking about the way it rolls. It's because all the tyres roll independently. It doesn't roll as well. But yeah, I'm not going to play with it, so I'm fine with it. That's pretty much everything I have to say about this car. It's beautifully detailed. I'm relatively happy with the price I got it at, and I'd recommend you pick it up if you're a huge Arkham fan like I am. I platinumed the game. I don't know why, but I always like to mention that in videos that involve games that I've platinumed. So yeah, good car, terrible cockpit. Well, I say cockpit, it's a car. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.